very good evening to you and welcome to NDTV News. I'm Sarah Dadiowe Apa. Here are the highlights. Governor Doye Diri reiterates call on residents to shun August 1st protest. Yenagoa residents react to planned nationwide protest against bad governance in Nigeria. Plus, popular Nigerian musicians pay glowing tributes to late singer and writer Onyeka Onwenu. And now details. Bayelsa State Governor Senator Doye Diri on Wednesday reiterated his call for residents of the state, especially the youths, to shun the August 1st planned national protest, describing it as orchestrated by some aggrieved persons to destabilize the peace of the country and the state. Governor Diri made the call during Wednesday's Executive Council meeting of the Prosperity Administration. Government House correspondent George Amele tells us more.
It is the 134th Executive Council meeting of the Prosperity Administration, and in attendance are critical stakeholders of Bayelsa State who, in challenging times, jettison political divides to embrace the mantra of Bayelsa First, informing the presence of the leader of the opposition party in the state, the All Progressive Congress, Senator Heineken Lokbobri, Minister of State, Petroleum, Oil, and Chief David Lyon, gubernatorial candidate of the APC in the 2019 Bayelsa off-cycle gubernatorial elections, amongst others. In one accord, Bayelsa leaders are saying Bayelsa will not accommodate any form of protest on Thursday, the 1st of August, 2024.
Essentially here in the state to first of all commend you for your exceptional leadership. As a minister, the president has given us very clear directives that we operate a federal system of government. And so you have to work with the governors at this particular time to ensure that there is peace and there's no violent protest in your respective states. I want to thank you for the engagement you've done, since this reported protest, started. And I'm here basically to compliment what you have been doing. I came in today so that I can have engagements with different youth groups, with different stakeholder groups, and also appeal to them, to give the government more time to be able to address the concerns of Nigerians. The issues that they have raised are very germane, but protest or violent protest is not a solution.
For Governor Doye Diri, dialogue is the best option of expression, even when citizens are free to organize peaceful protests.
We are calling on Bayelsans to dialogue if there be any issues, and not to join these August 1st sponsored protests. Protests are the rights of every citizen in a democratic setup. However, you must have a reason to protest, and the reasons must be reasons that you can even dialogue.
The governor advised residents of the state to go about their normal businesses on Thursday, August 1st, given the state's capability to provide security for all.
Our youths of Bayelsa, our people of Bayelsa, market women, go to your markets. The security will protect you. Our youths in Bayelsa will protect you. We have directed all of our youths to come out tomorrow and protect those who are going about their legitimate businesses. And anyone who dares us will see the other side of us.
The governor has every section of the state covered.
I have engaged the youths of Bayelsa, the youth leadership of Bayelsa. I have engaged the students' leadership of Bayelsa. I have engaged the chairman of the Traditional Rulers Council and even directed him to hold a Traditional Rulers Council meeting. I have engaged the chairman of our local government areas.
The Nigerian Federation is one where the federal and state governments are in sync and the collective rejection by both governments of the planned protest on Thursday is a confirmation instance. From the Executive Council chambers in Government House, Yenagoa, George Ameli reporting for NDTV News.
Governor Oyedire's directive calling on youths in the state not to participate in the planned protest, given that it could be hijacked by hoodlums and lead to further security problems for the country, has continued to elicit reactions. Reacting to the governor's statement, some Yenagoa residents will say there is need for the protest, however, called on the security operatives to carry out their responsibilities of protecting lives and property during the protest. Correspondent Uzekizibe Tete tells us more.
As Nigerians brace up to commence the nationwide protest to end bad governance, hunger, among others, which is scheduled to kick off on the 1st of August 2024 in all states in the Federation and the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. Residents of Bayelsa states have also added their voices on the need for the protest, as it is a channel for citizens to air their views. It is a democratic right for citizens to protest.
I don't think there's anything wrong with protest. Because for me, I see protest as a way of individuals pouring out their hearts relating to the way the country is. The youth coming out to carry out protest is a better way for us to pour out our hearts to the government.
For over some years now, we have been suffering under this corrupt democratic system of government. Young and old to come out in their masses to protest.
Governance is to reduce hardship. Governance is meant for the welfare of the people. Governance is meant for better standard of living. This government has made things difficult for Nigerians.
Looking at security challenges that may arise, citizens call on the security agents to be on ground to guide its citizens.
The only thing there is the security just has to support us in making sure that we have a peaceful protest, and not by them taking advantage, like throwing tear gas on people who are out there to pour out their heart for the government to see.
It will be recalled that the IGP has directed CPs in the various states to send their men to be on ground to avert any form of invasion and violence during the protest.
My advice to the government is to do the needful, because the masses are suffering. And then the protesters, let them just go to the point. Let them not do other things like violent or other things.
Say no to bad governance.
As the protest continues across the country, it is expected that protesters will avoid any form of threat and violent acts for the interest of all. Ozekizibe Tete reporting for NDTV News.
The Take It Back movement, one of the groups organizing the nationwide End Bad Governance protest, have rejected the proposal of the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, asking for the protest to be confined to certain locations. The IGP made a suggestion during a virtual meeting with representatives of the movement, the Nigerian Bar Association, civil society groups, and some prominent human rights lawyers. At the meeting, the IGP also advised against street rallies to prevent the protests from turning violent. The planned protest against economic hardship, which is gaining traction, is scheduled to commence from the 1st of August 2024 and will be held across all states of the Federation as well as the nation's capital, Abuja. In another development, a Lagos-based lawyer, Olukoya Ogungbeje, has filed 1.5 billion naira lawsuit against the federal government and several security agencies over an alleged attempt to prevent a planned protest against the government. According to Ogungbeje, the protest, scheduled to take place from 1st to 10th August 2024, aims to draw attention to the level of hardship in the country. The lawsuit filed at the Federal High Court in Lagos names the federal government as a primary respondent, while the National Security Advisor, Chief of Defense Staff, and others are co-respondents. The Bayelsa State Police Command acknowledges the proposed nationwide protest scheduled for 1st August 2024. The command respects and opposes the rights of the citizens to assemble and express their views peacefully as enshrined in the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. The Commissioner of Police, Mr. Alonyenu Francis Idu, has tasked area commanders, DPOs, tactical units, and the drone unit to provide robust security coverage during and after the protest. Furthermore, the Commissioner of Police urges all organizers and protesters to conduct the protests responsibly and peacefully and not engage in acts of violence, looting, or any other criminal activities, as anyone caught will face the full wrath of the law. To this end, the Bayelsa State Police Command encourages the well-meaning people of Bayelsa State to remain law-abiding, and members of the public are advised to report any suspicious activities to the Police Control emergency numbers on 070-345-78208 or 091-67-322-691. Members of the public are also advised to report any misconduct to our offices within the state through the following numbers: 070-757-22461 or 070-140-40914 or 070-568-54728. The State Director of National Identity Management Commission, NIMC, Mr. Stephen Inokuba, has commended the Bayelsa State government for the assistance so far rendered to the commission in the state. Inokuba stated this while answering questions on national identity number and its relevance for modern society on NDTV's current affairs program, Insight.
The National Identity Management Commission, NIMC, was established and saddled with the responsibility of enrolling an individual with 11 biometric national number, which is a means of identification of every Nigerian citizen for either personal or security reasons. In this report, the State Director of the Commission, Mr. Stephen Inokuba, said the enrollment cuts across all age brackets.
NIN means National Identification Number. It's a product from the National Identity Management Commission. The mandate of the Act is simply to enroll all Nigerians, all citizens and legal residents into the National Identity Database from age 0 to any number. It means that we can even enroll a baby that was just born.
The head of Inspectorate and Enforcement Unit of the Commission, Mr. Douglas Tamunoimi, said the Commission has been making sure organizations and private individuals accept NIN as a legal means of identification, especially where it is being rejected.
You do transactions with somebody with your name, and nobody rejects your name when you take it to somewhere. These are the areas of enforcement. Like now you take your name to the bank, and banks turn you back that they don't want to do business with you because you have name. It's an enforceable law.
While the Media and Communication Officer, Mr. Ikotieme James, promised to continue to sensitize the public on the importance of NIN.
Media avenues. The social media is there. We're on Twitter, we're on Facebook. And if you go to all our handles, you will see that we always, make these publicities. But we also know that it's not everybody that you can find there. You can't find everybody there. And that's why, there are other avenues. The job is that we try as much as possible to synergize, to meet the government and meet other leaders that will help us reach these people, even locally in the interlands.
On various assistance given to the Commission and the proactiveness of the Bayelsa State Government, the State Director eulogized government's efforts in making the Commission more committed to its objectives.
Bayelsa State Government graciously approved for centers to be established in 32 RDAs, even in the LGs and some major populous towns. That is a very humongous movement. That shows you that the state government is indeed seeing the value of the need.
Ibrahim Asanat reporting for NDTV News.
Popular musicians Adewale Ayuba, Femi Kuti, Charlie Boy, and others have paid tributes to late Nigerian singer and songwriter Onyeka Onwenu, who died on Tuesday, 30th of July 2024, at the age of 72. Also, the inaugural edition of the highly anticipated Bayelsa Conference Singing Competition, BBSC, come to a close on Sunday, 28th of July 2024, with a grand finale held at First Baptist Church, Ovum, in Yenagoa. For these and more on entertainment news, let's join Ebumobere Fikowemo.
The legendary Fuji musician Adewale Ayuba on Wednesday 31st July mourned Onyeka Onwenu, who died on Tuesday 30th of July 2024 at the age of 72. Ayuba, in an interview with the News Agency of Nigeria, NAN, in Lagos, said that Onyeka's massive contributions to the growth of the entertainment industry would always be revered. Also, Nigerian singer and activist Charles Oputa, popularly known as Charlie Boy, took to X, formerly known as Twitter, to pay tribute to the late Onyeka. Mablas Macaulay, a friend of hers, expressed his gratitude and said that she will be truly missed. He also said that the Nigerian scene will miss her, as she used to be known as the elegant stallion of Nigerian music. Similarly, Afrobeat musician Femi Kuti expressed shock at the death of Onyeka. In addition to her entertainment career, Onyeka has also been involved in politics also. She was appointed as the chairperson of the Imo State Council for Arts and Culture in 2013 and later became the Director General of the National Center for Women Development in 2016. Also, the inaugural edition of the Bayelsa Baptist Conference Singing Competition, which started on Sunday, the 7th of July, has finally come to an end with the grand finale on Sunday, 28th of July 2024, First Baptist Church, Ovum, Yenagoa. The competition, which started with 6 contestants who are referred to as the worshippers, had earlier received extensive voice training and song composition exercises. Worshipper Ayuba Priye Omoda, who has emerged as the champion of this premier edition, rendered a song composed by him and titled Sweet Holy Spirit, received a record deal and other prizes. The event also witnessed the presence of judges, dignitaries, special guests, and well-wishers. Ebumobere Fikowemo reporting for NDTV Entertainment News.
Moving away from the entertainment scene to foreign stories, Hamas says its political leader Ismail Haniyeh was killed on Wednesday, where he had been attending the inauguration of the country's new president, Masoud Pezeshkian. Iran's Revolutionary Guards also announced the death of Haniyeh's bodyguard. It would be recalled that Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu vowed to destroy Hamas and bring back all hostages taken during the October 7 attack, which sparked the war in Gaza Strip. Haniyeh was elected head of the Hamas Political Bureau in 2017 to succeed Khalid Meshal, but was already a well-known figure, having become Palestinian Prime Minister in 2006 following an upset victory by Hamas in that year's parliamentary election. According to reports, Haniyeh was a pragmatist and lived in exile and split his time between Turkey and Qatar. Meanwhile, Israeli retaliatory military campaign in Gaza has killed at least 39,400 people according to the Health Ministry in the Hamas-run territory. That's the news. Before we go, let's look at stories that made headlines. Bayelsa State Governor Senator Doye Diri on Wednesday reiterated his call for residents of the state, especially the youths, to shun the August 1st planned national protest, describing it as orchestrated by some aggrieved persons to destabilize the peace of the country and the state. We also brought you a report that Governor Doye Diri's directive calling on youths in the state not to participate in the planned protest, given that it could be hijacked by hoodlums and lead to further security problems for the country, has continued to elicit reactions. And finally, popular musicians Adewale Ayuba, Femi Kuti, Charlie Boy, and others have paid tributes to late Nigerian singer and songwriter Onyeka Onwenu, who died on Tuesday, 30th of July 2024, at the age of 72. That's it on the news. Thanks for watching. I'm Sarah Dadiowe Apa. Good night.